This is Hannibal here from thehannibaltv.com, and today as my guest I have the beautiful Christine Curran, who is the host of the Dining Divas show on the CW network, and she's also a former model and now a celebrity boxer, and that's mainly what we're going to discuss today. She has a fight coming up, and you look like you got some pipes there. You're showing off your arms today.
I've been working out hard, man.
This fight's taking place November 16th, so not this Saturday, but the Saturday after in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. How have you been training for this big fight?
Well, I've got my coach, Billy Patton, and he's been amazing. So we've been training, a couple times a week. I just started sparring last week as well. So we've been doing that. I did a spar session today. So just, going at it, learning all the fundamentals and having fun doing it.
Now, your opponent is, I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name, but it's Natalie Dodonto or something from Mob Wives.
Yeah, we call her Nat D.
And she has actually won a celebrity boxing match in the past, so I guess you're the underdog going into this fight.
Yeah, she's fought twice. She got in the ring with Hoops Alexander back last year, and when Farrah Abraham backed out last minute. And so she didn't win that fight, but then she got back in the ring with another girl from iHeartRadio, and she won that fight. So now I'm fighting her.
And are you at all nervous about this fight? I know it's 23-ounce gloves, but you'll still feel the impact when you're hit with those gloves.
Yeah, I've been training with 18-ounce gloves. I mean, they're heavy. It's hard to be quick and fast with gloves that heavy on your arms. But it's been fun. It's still a fun fight, and you can definitely still feel it when you get hit for sure.
Now, I know you do your Dining Divas show in South Florida. Do you actually live in South Florida?
I do.
And are you from the New York area? Because you seem like you have a bit of an accent there.
Oh my gosh, everybody thinks I'm from New York, but no, I'm not. I'm from down here. I have family from New York, so I do, see them, visit them, and I think I kind of picked up some of the tones.
So you're the hometown girl in this fight. Did you ever do any other athletics or anything when you were younger before you got into modeling?
Yeah, I was a soccer player. I was cross country. I did marching band, which some people think is funny, but that's probably the most athletic thing I ever did. Holding a 25-pound instrument and marching at the same time and blowing like wind is not easy. So I've done a lot of athletic things. I've always been athletic, so I kind of feel like I got into the boxing thing and I totally got it right away.
How did you get into modeling?
When I was in college, somebody asked to do a photo shoot, and I was like, photo shoot, and I just kind of started picking up little odd jobs after that from my pictures. And when the economy kind of took a crash, and so did my day job, working for a magazine, I just kind of went full on with my modeling career, and I did very well with it. And then I started my own company and booking other models, Fort Lauderdale Entertainment. And from that, I've done events. I've helped plan several celebrity boxing events over the last 8 years down here locally. So he's been asking me to get in the ring for a while, and I haven't done it yet. So I'm like, all right, I'm going. I'll do it. So I've just done everything entertainment. Now I produce TV shows. So I'm a busy girl.
So you produce the Dining Divas TV show as well.
Mm-hmm.
How did you come up with that concept?
Well, I mean, I just wanted to get paid to eat and drink on TV. So something creative to get paid to eat and drink on TV. And it's doing well. They're pitching us to some big networks, so fingers crossed. We're on local CW, which is still a pretty nice 500,000 viewership station, but I'd love to get on Netflix or something bigger.
And you also hosted Playboy TV. What was that like?
Well, I hosted for them one time. They came to Miami and they needed a host, and they picked me, and that was fun. I mean, it was very interesting. It was a very interesting little segment I did with finger paints, and it was a double date that I kind of hosted them into what they were going to do on their date. It was fun.
Did you ever have any Playboy offers at all in your modeling days?
No, I stayed away from all of that because I knew once I went that way, especially back in my day, I'm a little bit older, not older, but now you can get away with that and it's fine. But 10 years ago, it wasn't fine. So I didn't ever, go into that realm of modeling, no.
What's the difference between training for boxing compared to staying in shape for modeling? I guess cardio is more important, I guess would be the biggest thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it is the fundamentals. I mean, when I first started hitting the bag or hitting the mitts, it's like, it feels awkward because you're not used to using your muscles that way. It's one thing to lift weights or to work out, with weights, but when you're actually like putting something behind, some power behind something, it's a whole different ball game. So it took a little while getting used to that, but then your muscles kind of grow into it, and then it just becomes easier and easier and easier and easier. So, I think it's just really that aspect of it.
And you also promoted a sex drive energy drink at one point in time. What was that all about? And did it work?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I was like in my 20s, and so at that
Oh,
time,
you're not in your 20s anymore?
no, I'm 35 this year.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, I was like young 20s too. So that was well over a decade ago, but I know it's still out there, and we had a great time shooting on an $8 million yacht and, getting paid to drink Sex Drive energy drink.
Are you taking any supplements now to prepare for this fight to help your recovery or anything?
I haven't, and I probably should, but I've never really been a big supplement vitamin person. So I make smoothies every morning, and I tend to put like a lot of really healthy stuff like bee pollen and, and just all kinds of organic stuff, chia seeds and green matcha and whatever I throw in there. So I think that I eat pretty well for the most part, and I'm definitely eating a lot better these next 2 weeks. So.
Any beauty tips for any ladies that might be watching this? You've been a model and obviously you stay in shape.
Beauty tips. Well, I mean, I like to use organic oils on my face. That's like the only thing that I usually use. So I just stopped using like all those things that have all kinds of ingredients that you can't really pronounce or like probably shouldn't go on your biggest, largest organ of your body, your skin. So I do use a lot of organic stuff.
And the other thing I wanted to ask you was you've interviewed a lot of people. Any favorite interviews you've done over the years?
Oh my gosh, I've interviewed so many people. I've interviewed Trina, I've interviewed Bone Thugs and Harmony. I interviewed Donald Trump before he was president at
Wow.
his last Miss Universe. I was in Miami and Doral. There's been so many fun people. I love doing interviews with people. It's just very because I don't get starstruck, so I have a good time with it. Like I joke with them and make them laugh, and they're always like, "Oh, that was a great interview." Oh, Coolio, he was great. He was super funny. I had a great time with Coolio. Um, yeah, lots of cool people.
How was Donald Trump off camera?
He's so nice. He's like really, really nice. So, I mean, I don't know. Some people like him, some people hate him, but he was fine with me.
What kind of a crowd are you expecting in Fort Lauderdale on the 16th?
I mean, I have a pretty big support system down here, so I'm expecting to have a nice turnout. A lot of people have already reached out, letting me know they're coming to support me. So that means I have to work out even harder because I can't look like a fool in front of my hometown, right?
And we'll put up, I think Matthew sent me, he's the ring announcer, Matthew Granahan, the King of Connecticut. He sent me a poster I'll put up. But do you know offhand the website or anything where people can buy tickets or anything like that?
Yeah, webtix.net. It's webtix.net.
And your personal social media, I'm sure you're going to have some people watching this that might want to look you up on there.
Yeah, Christine Curran. Everything's Christine Curran. I'm pretty easy to find. ChristineCurran.
And South Florida, if I'm ever down there, what would be a few of the restaurants that I would definitely want to check out if I could make it down there?
Well, we just did a shoot at Tuscan Prime, which is brand new on Las Olas, and it's gorgeous. We did Piazza on Las Olas. That's also gorgeous. They're both Italian restaurants, so it's up to you. Maybe jump around, try a little bit of something from each. But I really love Even Keel Fish and Oyster. That's in Fort Lauderdale. That's super fun, and they have a really creative cocktail menu, and just it's a fun spot. Miami, I like the Steakhouse down there in South Beach. Meat Market on Lincoln Road is great. Sean, the chef Sean over there is awesome. You can go to diningdivas.tv and check out all the places we've been and kind of see for yourself what you like.
I watched one of the episodes last night to prepare for this, and it looked pretty good. You were drinking some tasty drinks on there as well. So
Thanks.
November the 16th, it's at Ocean Manor in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, 7 p.m. for any fans in that area that want to check it out. Do you have any message for your opponent to close this off in case Natalie sees this?
What's up, Nat? No, I actually really like Nat. She's cool and everything, but at the end of the day, it's all fun and games till we get in the ring, and I'm gonna take that belt home this year. So,
Can we expect a knockout?
with 23-ounce gloves, we'll see. I can definitely try, but I don't know about all that. Those things are monsters. Just getting around each other when you're blocking and hitting. It's that in itself is like a whole different strategy. So.
Oh, and last question, did you watch any MMA fighters or boxers to prepare for this? Do you have any favorites?
I nothing off the top of my head, but I used to do interviews at MMA fights a lot down here, so I've been firsthand right there by the ring and watched them, for many years. So, I don't totally feel like I have the fundamentals down enough to win this fight.
Are you a fan of combat sports? Because there's not a lot of pretty girls that are.
I like boxing. MMA is rough, man. I mean, especially when you see it live and face to face, and they're like blood splatter. I mean, it's wild. I mean, it's crazy. I don't think I'd ever go do anything like that. I got asked in my last interview if I do bare knuckle fighting. I'm like, no, I think I'll keep the money maker. Looking good. But yeah, but boxing is good. I like boxing. I enjoy it. I like doing it for myself. I think I might keep it up afterwards. I'm definitely interested in doing it more.
All right. Well, thanks a lot for doing this interview with us, and we
You.
wish you luck in this fight.
Thanks.